Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video day. And today, the Denver Broncos have named Bo Nix their starting quarterback for Week 1 against the Seattle Seahawks. Bo Nix will be the first rookie quarterback for the Denver Broncos to start in a Week 1 game since the legend John Elway. I love this quarterback right here, this rookie quarterback for the Denver Broncos and Bo Nix, and I think he's shown a lot of good things. And I look at the six rookie first round quarterbacks that were drafted, and if I look at the top three guys that have impressed me the most, I look at the first two guys that were drafted in Jane Daniels, of course, and then also Caleb Williams. But then the third guy that's impressed me next to those first two guys is Bo Nix. Now, that's not me saying that the other guys, and J.J. McCarthy in one game, what we saw of him, and another guy who only played one game, Michael Penix Jr., and then, of course, Drake May. I'm not saying that I think those guys are not good quarterbacks, because I out of all three of those guys right there, the three guys that I did not mention, and my top three rookie quarterbacks of what we've seen in preseason, I'm not saying I don't like those guys, because I've liked what I've seen from Penix Jr. and Drake May and J.J. McCarthy in the one game we saw J.J. McCarthy, but not as high on them as I am Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Bo Nix. I really love what I've seen from Bo Nix, though. He's had a great arm. In preseason, the two games, 23 for 30 with 205 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns. Now, the thing I want to note is the first game he played, he threw 125 passing yards with 1 touchdown. That first game, it's not playing with the starters. He's playing with the second and third team guys. Jarrett Stidham, in their first game against the Indianapolis Colts in a 34-30 win, was able to play with the starters. Bo Nix did not play with the starters. Maybe Bo Nix has a better performance if he's playing with the starters. Bo Nix, I think he might have played with the starters for like his first drive, if I'm not mistaken. He might have played with them for his first drive, but he played that game all the way into the third quarter. The starters were way gone from that game. Now, it's not saying like the second, third, or fourth team guys that he was playing with are garbage, but the first team guys are a lot better than them. I mean, so imagine what he's doing in a full game with the first team guys. And even if you look at the amount of he's played, it's not a full game. I mean, he played. I think he came in maybe mid to the. It was like mid first quarter. Maybe it was the end of first quarter. He came in their first game and then played all the way to the third quarter. So he played about half of the first quarter in the game against the Colts, and then played the entire second quarter and a little bit of the third quarter. And then he played only in the first quarter in their second game against the Green Bay Packers. He's played about 3/4 of a game in the preseason, and he's thrown 23 for 30 with 205 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns. Also has run the ball pretty good. He running the ball. He has ran for 29 yards. I think he's made some really good throws while running as well. Great mobile quarterback that from what I've seen. And look, I'm not saying Jarrett Stidham was bad in their first 2 preseason games. Jarrett Stidham actually looked pretty solid in their first 2 preseason games. But the reason why he's not getting this job in Week 1, which I think a lot of people thought Jarrett Stidham would win this job, because Sean Payton is a guy not to give a rookie quarterback the job. And I think if Bo Nix was average, if he was making some solid plays, did some impressive things, but not amazing, this job would have gone to Jarrett Stidham, because Sean Payton would not want to give that job to a rookie quarterback because of the fact that Jarrett Stidham was okay and Bo Nix was amazing in the preseason in the first 2 games. I think that's the big reason why you're seeing Bo Nix win this job. And this is something very unlikely for Sean Payton to do, and he did it. So I think it's going to be. I think Week 1's going to be. It's going to be interesting, and I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, Bo Nix is going to be going up against a solid defense in Seattle, solid offense as well. It's going to be a hard game to win. Honestly, if you ask me, I think Denver has a better chance to win with Bo Nix at quarterback in week 1 against the Seattle Seahawks than they do with Jarrett Stidham. I think Seattle probably wins that matchup because I really like Seattle's offense with DK Metcalf, Jackson Smith-Jigba, and Tyler Lockett. Really solid offense. Also Kenneth Walker and Noah Fant. It's a really solid offense. And I think I give Seattle the advantage because they're at home in that matchup. But I think if there's a defense that's going to be able to stop that offense in Seattle, it's going to be Sean Payton's defense. Well, it's not his. He's the coach, but it's not. He's not running the defense. But it's gonna be the Broncos' defense to stop that Seattle offense. But I think it's a definitely hard game for a rookie quarterback to go and win a road game. If this was at home, if Denver was at home, I would say Denver has a good shot to win with their defense and a great quarterback. But week 1, I'm probably give that game to Seattle just because of the fact that it's a road game for a rookie quarterback. But that doesn't mean Denver doesn't have a good season. With what we've seen from Bo Nix in the preseason, I think Denver. I'm not going to say they're going to be a good team in the AFC because the AFC is so hard. They'll probably still be a bottom team in the AFC, but I think they got a lot more hope this season than they did before with what we've seen from Bo Nix in the first 2 preseason games. I don't think when they win a lot of games, maybe in the area of 5-7, which is not terrible in such a stacked conference. But I think they got a lot more hope at the quarterback position than they did going into training camp and preseason now. I mean, they got a lot more hope. So that's a good thing if you ask me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and peace out.